Happy summer, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about 7 of my favorite beachy summertime fragrances. If that sounds good to you, stay tuned. First, let's discuss the elephant in the room. New hair, who this? So you see the braids, you know what time it is. It is summertime, time for the pool, time for the beach, time for all things tropical and sweet and flirty and refreshing. So those are some of the notes that you'll find in a lot of your popular summertime fragrances, and I am no exception. I love those notes, and I love tropical, beachy, poolside, fun fragrances. So I have quite a few here, so I think I'm going to split this into 2 parts so that it's not too long. So let's get started. This one was all the rage for me personally last summer, and I think within the fragrance community as a whole. But for me, I got so many compliments on this Middle Eastern fragrance. It is none other than Ana Abayed Coral by Lattafa. This is an inspiration of Wave Child by Room 1015. I have a travel size of that fragrance from Scent Split or Scent Bird. This is a little bit more fruity, where the Room 1015 comes across a little bit more aquatic. Now, when I say more aquatic, more fruity, they're very close. So the difference isn't that extreme, but you can smell the difference if you spray them one on each arm. However, just in the air, honestly, they kind of smell similar to my nose and on my skin. This is a watermelon, peach. There's a little bit of mandarin in here. There's coconut. It's very lively and youthful. However, to me, it doesn't come across as immature or kiddie. I absolutely love this, and it really projects. Now, granted, I oversprayed because most of the time when I was wearing this, I was out at a festival, at a beach, something like that. And so I wanted it to carry quite a distance. But even though it has some thickness to it as far as the fruits, it doesn't come across as um, too syrupy or too heavy or anything like that on my skin. It just projects and it smells great in the air. And I got tons of compliments on this young lady, Ana Abayed Coral by Lattafa. This next one doesn't have as big a dent in it as Ana Abayed Coral. So as you can see, I used a decent amount of that last summer, but make no mistake about it, I love this scent. It's honestly one of my favorite summertime scents in my collection. It is by Paris Corner, and it is Coconut Lagoon. First of all, I love the bottle. It's so extra, and it's very weighted, it's heavy, and it is, oh gosh, this is a lemon coconut aquatic beautiful scent. It says lemon in the notes, but it actually comes across as a little bit lemon lime, and the coconut in here is exquisite. It is an essential for my summertime collection, and I absolutely love this. It'll be getting a lot more sprays. Um, as a matter of fact, I think I may spray it on today because I am wearing one other that I'm going to show you today. I'm wearing that one from what I had on last night after my shower last night, and this one kind of goes along with it, so they'll layer just fine. Oh, it's so citrusy in the top, and that coconut is creamy and just beautiful. That is Coconut Lagoon by Paris Corner, and it's through the Ministry of Gourmand, one of their little subsets in Paris Corner, but this is a Paris Corner fragrance. The next one is one that I got recently, and it's by the brand Low. Pardon the interruption. The brand is pronounced Loewe. I pronounced it low throughout this video. However, it is a Spanish brand and it's pronounced Loewe. And it's Solo Ella Elixir. Now there's a Solo Ella, the EDP, and this one is the Ella Elixir. Now they have completely different note structures and they smell differently as well. I got a large sample from the low sales associate that was working with me because I really could not decide. While they're very different, I loved them both. And so I really had a hard time deciding. And so in order to sweeten the pot, once I decided on this one, she added in a deluxe sample of the regular Solo Aya. So let me get the notes for you if you are not familiar with this fragrance. The notes in Aya Elixir are tuberose and pear in the top, and that tuberose actually stays throughout the length of the wear until you get into the late dry down of it. But for the majority of the wear of this fragrance, I smell the tuberose. The pear is a little bit more fleeting, but it stays around for a good amount of time as well. In the mid, there's spices and woodsy notes. It says spices, but it's nothing too heavy or aromatic. I'm really not getting the spicy note that they have listed there. And in the base, there's musk and sandalwood, and it does dry down to a creamy sandalwood with a light musky feel to it. This fragrance is so pretty. It is such a elegant grown, not mature, but it's grown. Like it's an elegant grown, feminine, sweet fragrance. The tuberose is so delightful in here. It's a bubblegummy tuberose, and the pear gives it some juiciness and levity. And this is a creamy, sweet summertime fragrance. You can wear this to a beach occasion, but this smells almost more like you're a guest at a nice summertime wedding or dinner on the beach. Yeah, it's very pretty. I can't say it's soft. It's soft in its quality, not in its projection, because it does have quite a bit of projection. These low fragrances have a high concentration of oils, so it really stays with you for a good while. It's great longevity as well as very good projection. So if you're a fan of tuberose and you like a sweet, feminine fragrance, I think this is one that I don't hear many people talk about, and I think you should get your nose on it. It's Lowe's Solo Aya Elixir. Next is one by Chris Collins, and it is Lost in Paradise. I talked about this when I hauled it recently. This is so good. This is so good. Oh, it's coconutty and tropical florals and so sweet and elegant and beachy, and this is perfection for the summertime, for the beach, for the resort. Oh, this is so good. The notes here are coconut water and ylang ylang. That is a yellow floral, and that's in the top, but I smell it throughout. There's bamboo, wild orchid, and peach in the mid, and then the base, there's sea notes, driftwood, salt, and musk. I mean, if I already didn't just spray something else, oh, man, I'm tempted to spray. You know what? There's no rules. I'm spraying it. It's so good. This is so good. If you love tropical scents, beachy scents, you need to get your nose on Lost in Paradise by Chris Collins. The next four are all fragrances by one brand, and I'm going to start with Guava Granita. This is by the brand Ellis Brooklyn. Guava Granita is a fruity, tropical, sweet fragrance. It has guava, banana, water lily, and bergamot in the top, coconut, melon, and mango blossom in the base, and vanilla, sandalwood, and almond milk in the base. Now, Guava Granita, I noticed last year when this came out, was pretty polarizing. I love it. It is creamy. It has a thicker quality to it. It doesn't mesh with everybody's body chemistry, so you need to get your nose on it and try it on skin for yourself. But I love it. I think it's tropical, sweet, and fun. That's Guava Granita. Next is Vanilla Salt, also by Ellis Brooklyn. This one is for my vanilla girlies who want a vanilla for all seasons. Here's your summertime vanilla. It's sea salt and watery notes in the top. The watery notes do come off a little bit slightly marine, and it's maybe because it's combined with the salt. In the mid, there's whipped cream, ylang ylang, and jasmine. In the base, there's vanilla, musk, benzoin, and woody notes. I think this is fantastic. It does lean a little to the sunscreeny side, but not too much. And it's definitely one that if you're a vanilla lover, but you want one that's more tropical, one that's more um, summertime beach appropriate. It's a little bit lighter than some of your heavy gourmands for the fall and winter. I think this is a great one. The next two are my personal favorites out of these Ellis Brooklyn summertime scents. Out of those two, there's Miami Nectar, and it previously was my favorite of their summer scents. And it is a pineapple, coconut, refreshing, sweet, beautiful, tropical, beachy scent. The notes here are coconut water, pineapple, and palm leaf. In the mid, there's frangipani, wild jasmine, and lily of the valley. And in the base, it's vanilla, driftwood, amberwood, and moss. And I know it doesn't look like I used much of this one. Actually, all of these, it looks like I haven't used very much. And that's because Miami Nectar and Guava Granita, I had travel sizes that I completely used up. And I just put a small dent in these large ones. This is beautiful. This is, like I said, this was previously my favorite of Ellis Brooklyn's entire collection, actually, not just the summer scents, but it hasn't been dethroned, but it has a co-president now. But it's still so good. That pineapple is so juicy and so wonderful. I love this fragrance. That is Miami Nectar by Ellis Brooklyn. And last but certainly not least is Isla Sirena by Ellis Brooklyn. Isla Sirena is the new girl in town as far as their tropical fruity fragrances. But man, it is so good. It's a coconut, citrus, something a little bit floral in there. I'm going to get the notes for you. The notes on Isla Sirena are lime, sea salt, banana, and papaya in the top. In the mid, there's coconut water, vanilla orchid, and ginger flower. And in the base, it's brown sugar, teak wood, and vanilla. What I've noticed about this one is that unlike many of my other Ellis Brooklyn fragrances, this one has a little bit longer longevity on my skin and definitely on clothes. I think that they've been criticized in the past for their fragrances not having a good longevity. And I think maybe they've heard that and added some notes that maybe will give it a little bit longer staying power, like the teak wood. And I think this is so good. This is so good to me. I love a lime note. I love an aquatic sea salt type of note. And I think it's the vanilla orchid that I was picking up on. I know it says it has ginger flower as well. I've grown ginger before, but I don't remember the flowers having that prominent of a note. I'll have to pay attention on the next round of my growing ginger and pay attention to see if the flowers have a fragrance that is perceptible to me. But I think it's the vanilla orchid that I'm picking up on because I love vanilla orchid. And yeah, this one is a great one. It's Isla Sirena by Ellis Brooklyn. Okay, so that is part one. Stay tuned, and I'm going to upload part two in just a few days. Until then, you guys go and have a beautiful, beautiful day or night wherever you are. Bye bye, everybody.